soft skills expert back here in our community, Miss Stae Hall. Hey.
Hey, good morning. How are y'all doing today?
How you doing, young lady?
Doing good, doing good. Ooh, you got a Stanley.
I do not. I would not. This is called a soulful, but it's spelled Soul. So I want to believe that it's Black owned. But y'all, this is from last night, and you hear that ice just as good as a Stanley. Yes, $17.99 Amazon.
Now, since we talking about Stanley, and I know there's a problem with the Stanley cups, I'm an old military fella, and that's all we had was Stanley thermoses and stuff back then.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I still got 2 or 3 of them in the cabinet.
Wow. Yeah. Well, they probably made them better back then.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know you said you were busy this week and everything. So thank you for coming up here to talk with us and kind of lead us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I was able to. Y'all know this is Women's History Month, so I had no less than 9 million.7 events this month. No less. At least
no less.
But I'm glad I had time this morning. You know, I love chatting with y'all.
Okay.
Let me shut up and let the women have it.
Oh, whatever. Do we even say hi to everybody? Hey, Sassy. I see Sassy and Renaissance and Nancy B.
Yeah, yes, in the house. Dolores.
You didn't say hello, everybody.
Hey, Kenneth. Hey, good morning.
Everybody. We got over 20 people. Sarah. Hey, girl. What's up?
Here. Hey, Sarah.
So I know you kind of heard a little preview of what I got going on. So I have the paperwork. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused of where to go. I know people in here, like I said, also are starting businesses. Feel free to ask questions, guys, in the comment section. So what are some of the first steps, like once you obtain your LLC, what to do? Like, what does this prove?
It's going to look different for everybody because everyone's business isn't structured the same and everyone doesn't have the same goal for their business, right? But my thing that I would like to say first for any of us who are in the minority category, meaning whether you're Black, whether you're a woman, whether you're Latina, whatever it is, if you are a minority where you're just not Caucasian male, anything out of Caucasian male, you can look for minority certifications. And as Black women, Asian women, we're, Hispanic women, we're double minority, right? And so I suggest to anyone who is in business with a partner, make sure that whoever is the majority minority, which makes it so in my house, I'm the majority minority because I am a Black woman, have 51% ownership in that business and then start looking for your minority certifications. So that would be HUB, HUB for historically underutilized businesses. You want to look for your WBE, which is, Women Business Enterprise. So you want to look for all of the minority certifications that you can find so that you get some of the perks of being a minority, because a lot of corporations, companies out here have a certain amount of dollars that they have to spend with minority owned businesses. So that's always the first thing I tell people. Once you get your business legitimized with your tax ID and your LLC and all that, look for those minority certifications.
Look, James, I'm like you. I'm over here trying to hurry up and write and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, look for those.
This is a woman thing she's doing now. I'm waiting until she get to the men thing.
Well, it's for you too, though, J3, because as a Black man, there's still some that you can get. You can't get the women-owned business ones, but you can still get the historically underutilized and just the regular minority. So, you just can't get the women one, but you can get the other ones for minorities.
See, he said he ain't no business. He's a slanger. So,
see, I can't speak on that too much. At least I probably shouldn't.
Now, where will we go to find like these minority
just to rephrase it a little bit? You do know Lenny, right?
Lenny, who got plenty from Good Times?
With you?
Like, you can't miss me with Good Times.
We do our own business.
She caught that real fast.
Yeah, I was
yes, I have many.
Good Times in 2020. I don't know how that happened, but during the pandemic, I watched Good Times every morning.
So I would just like search in the search bar like women's business enterprise, and that's just actually like the site.
Well, what you want to do is, because it could vary from state to state, I would simply Google minority small business certifications in Indiana, period. Because yours might be called something different. I'm not sure. Hub, I pretty much feel like is nationwide, and that's historically underutilized business. But there's going to be certain entities in your state that give those certifications. Like for me, it's the NCTCRA. But the best place to find it, other than just Googling, and like I said, when you Google, be very specific. Talk to Google like you're talking to a person. Just say, looking for minority certifications for small businesses in Indiana, in Ohio, wherever you are. And then that should lead you to those entities that give the certifications. But the other thing that you want to look for is your minority chambers of commerce or your regular chambers of commerce. I like the minority chambers of commerce for everybody because they will help everybody. They're just called like, the Black Chamber of Commerce, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, but they'll help everybody. But the reason why I like the minority chambers of commerce over just your main chamber of commerce is just because it's smaller. The minority chambers of commerce are going to be smaller, so you'll have more hands-on where you'll actually get to sit down with somebody in the office who will walk you through this whole process.
Okay. Now, another question I have, and like I said, feel free if you're in the comments to leave a question if you like. I'm getting a lot of paperwork. You need this for your business. Pay us $350, like for that. What is that? That little board that tells like the minimum amount to pay for your employees if you happen to get employees, and some kind of the next step that I need to get. Like, how do I tell like what's legit and what's not?
Anything that costs, and I'm just kind of throwing a number out there, but if you get into hundreds of dollars, it's usually not legit. Okay. Most of this stuff is going to be free or minimal cost when it is something that is being provided to you through the IRS or through the city or the state or whatever. Those fees are usually like $89, $99. It's not a lot. Your tax ID, because I remember, Miss T, when you were first doing your tax ID, you like, they trying to get me to pay this much. Your tax ID is free. You do not have to pay for a tax ID, but you have to go directly through the IRS in order for it to be free. These companies are just charging you to do it for you. And so they're charging you a fee for their work. But again, going to your Chamber of Commerce, and I know I'm going to say that a lot, but the Chamber of Commerce is a huge resource for small businesses. And guess what? 99% of what they do is going to be free. And they will sit there, they'll counsel you, they'll help you. And you don't have to be a member. They're going to want you to be a member, which that fee is small too, but they're going to help you whether you're a member or not.
Okay. Thank you so much, because I keep getting all this mail in my P.O. box. You need this for your business. Please give us $499. Do what?
Yeah, people will try to scam you and all that through regular mail, just like they do in email. And so a lot of this stuff is what is called public business. So once you start a business, you legitimize it, you get your LLC, you're going to go into a database where anybody can see Stae Hall started a business. And so those companies are just going to prey on that. It's just like if you get a speeding ticket, all of a sudden you're getting letters from all these attorneys who want to represent you, because it goes into this database and any and everybody can get the information. And certain companies or attorneys or whatever, they pay a monthly fee for those lists to be sent to them so that they can send out this information. But if it's not coming directly from the state, directly from the IRS, then you're not necessarily that it's fraudulent, but it's just someone trying to get you to pay them to do what you could have done for free.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me see. So I already have my LLC. I know like some people, almost homesteading with Jen, and some other people are about to start their business. Do you like recommend like some pre prep before starting a business, like things to, like a checklist or anything?
Yeah, well, the first thing that you're going to want to do is get your tax ID number. And you just go to irs.gov and they have a search bar up there and just put in tax ID. That's like the easiest thing. It's free and you're going to need that to do anything else with your business. Then you're going to want to make a decision on what type of business you want to open. Most of us normally go towards LLC. That's the most common, but LLC might not be for you. You might need to be incorporated. Like for instance, I have an LLC for iSalt, which is my soft skills company, but then we also have a nonprofit division of that company as well, which is an incorporation. So you have to be really clear on what it is that you want to do with your business. And then you want to start going down that road of figuring out what paperwork you need for that specific business. And where you're going to find most of that information is going to be at your Secretary of State website. So whatever state you're in, just look up your Secretary of State website and it will have a lot of information about the different types of business entities. Once you make that decision, then you start that process. And another thing that you can do once you get your tax ID number is, get your business name, which you would also, make sure that it's not taken through your Secretary of State, because you're going to need to open a business bank account. Like there's certain things that anybody has to do. You have to have a tax ID. You have to have a business bank account. So those are some of the things that I know are going to be true for anyone who wants a legitimate business. So I would just start with those things.
Okay.
So you said you got to go to the Internal Revenue and get this stuff done. But what about if you're not paying taxes?
Well, if you're not paying taxes, it just depends. They'll still give you a tax ID number, but you just have to worry about moving forward if you are owed a refund, because a lot of times in the first few years of a business, most people have a loss. And so you may be able to get a refund, but if you owe taxes, then the government is going to keep that refund.
Okay. Let me see.
So that's why it's always good to talk to a good CPA. I know they have all the H&R blocks out there, Liberty taxes. That's fine when you're not dealing with a whole lot of property and businesses and things like that. But once you start getting where you're into a business, there's different ways you need to file your taxes. So I always suggest as someone, you don't want to go to a tax professional because that's just basically data entry. You want to go to you want to go to a CPA and at least have a consultation on how, because you don't want to mess up on filing your taxes. Either way, you don't want to owe, and you also don't want to mess up on possibly getting a refund, because again, you can have a lot of loss in the beginning of your business. And it may not even look like loss to you because you may be making money, but you have to think about how much money you have spent to get the business up and running. And a lot of those things are write-offs, and CPAs can help you with that. And start that from the first year. Some people think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I didn't make that much money, but a CPA can get you right. And you don't want to have to navigate all of that on your own if you were ever to be audited.
Okay. So I got to find a CPA. That's my next step. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, if you already have your LLC, which means you have your bank account, all that kind of stuff, you want to find your CPA, because there's other things that go along with taxes. Like some people with businesses, they pay their taxes or do their taxes quarterly. It's not the regular by April 15th or whatever. And so a CPA is going to let you know and help you figure out what's going to be best for you. Are you going to be a quarterly tax filer? Are you going to be yearly? Are you going to file a Schedule C? Or like a CPA is going to let you know, based on what you've done and how you have your business structured, this is what is going to keep you on track for taxes. And it doesn't necessarily mean paying all the time. I am the queen of, when I am starting a new venture, I am vetting people. I'm not paying anybody for anything until we can have a conversation. So if you won't give me at least a 20 to 30 minute free consultation, I already know off the bat I'm not doing business with you. So these people are going to be working for you. So just like at a regular job, you want to interview them. You want to have your questions and feel confident. So you might talk to 2 or 3 CPAs or 2 or 3 business attorneys, whatever it is that you need before you find the person that's the perfect fit for you as far as how much they charge and how knowledgeable they are. So yeah, don't be afraid to call people and say, look, I'm just looking for a complimentary consultation, and use the word complimentary. They like that better than free. So just compliment makes them feel like they're doing you a favor, and just say, hey, do you offer consultation? I'm a new business owner. I'm trying to make sure I have everything structured correctly. Can we do a quick Zoom or jump on a call and, ask your questions?
Okay, thank you. So I'll be doing that as well. Chocolate Drop said, Miss T, what's your name of your business? I don't have a name. Like I'm the brand. Like I have the merch. I've been recently asked to do public speaking, like my journey, what made me want to go into YouTube and all that stuff. And I'm going to speak in front of a small audience. So I guess I'm going to be doing public speaking here in the future. Traveling. Oh, speaking of traveling, so I've been doing, I call it work related because I went live with it for YouTube and stuff. So someone told me I can use like my gas receipts and stuff for all the traveling I'm going to be doing and things like that, to turn those in as well.
You want to save all of your receipts for the quarter or the year, however you decide to file your taxes, and give them to the CPA, and they'll decide on what it is. But it could be, your gas receipts, your hotel receipts. They don't really, you used to be able to claim clothing as a uniform or whatever, but they really don't use that anymore. But anytime you go out to dinner, if you take somebody out to dinner and you are talking about them being a guest on the Miss T show or whatever it is, and it's a business meeting, you want to keep those receipts and then turn them into your CPA. They are like drops in the bucket, but over time they can add up. Like for me and my husband, it was like in the beginning, we would take people just out to coffee because that's all we could afford. And then as the business grew, we would end up sitting at a table, maybe taking 10 people out, and the bill would be $2,000. So that really counts. So you want to make sure that you keep, hotels, gas receipts, airline receipts, anything, because over time that stuff will build up. And the bigger you get, the more people you're going to be paying for. And so you want to be reimbursed.
They better order coffee and a donut, $2,000.
But the thing is, it depends on who it is, because when you're going, I'll pay $2,000 if what comes out of it, I can end up making 20. I'll pay that all day. So it's just that when you're starting to go after contracts and things like that, but even in the beginning, if it's just coffee, keep it, because you do. And it's just a way for you to track as well, how much am I spending versus what I'm making, because that is what differentiates your business into a business, a profitable business, and a hobby, because you always want to be making more than you're spending. I mean, especially after the first couple of years. The first year or so, don't worry about it, because you may be buying computers, cameras, a car, even some people for business, and they get them wrapped. So in the first couple of years, your expenses may be more, but as you move forward, you really want to keep track, because you don't want to be spending more than you're making.
Okay, gotcha. So almost understand what Jenny says. Is there anything specific we need to look for in a CPA?
For me, what I would say is you definitely don't want the type of CPA who's just like, oh, just send me in your paperwork and I'll do everything and let you know what it is. You want a CPA who is willing to have the conversations, go through your tax return with you line by line. You definitely want a CPA that specializes in small business and is aware of all of the different types of, because see, the IRS changes things all the time. And sometimes there are certain things that the IRS is doing for entrepreneurs, and there might be certain things that you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of. So you just want to make sure that the CPA is knowledgeable. So ask them, is the IRS giving any, of course, the word escapes me now, but for lack of a better word, any bonuses this year for small businesses, things like that. And just the fact that they're willing to talk to you and ask those questions. And most importantly, they specialize in small businesses.
Right. Hopefully that answered your question, not your Kemp. And right now I'm just Chocolate Drop Miss T with the T LLC. Boom. Guess who stepped in?
Yeah, so that's the name of your business, is Miss T with the T, because you had to have something on your paperwork. So just like, for a part of my business is Stae Hall. I am the brand.
Mm-hmm. And eventually, I want to write a book about the store. I'm going out and I'm starting to venture out locally about, it is possible. Even though we see on YouTube a lot of 20 and young whippersnappers, us in our 40s, we can still create content.
50s.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that a lot last night on my live. Yeah, we can do it. And we're growing. I'm seeing more and more people who I can relate to popping up on my screen, and I love that.
That's awesome. I love when I see that too.
Yeah.
Have all those receipts, hotels, gas, etc. Yes, because like me, I would say Simply Sarah. Sarah's Happy Highs is here, but she's an hour away. But I go over there and we do videos about the bees and everything. Tampa's Creek is here. Everybody's like further out. And like I'm just driving and driving. My gas is just like
save your receipt, and you might at some point even feel like you need to buy another car specifically for business. And and maybe you'll get it wrapped with your logo and your picture, whatever. Get your license plate that says T unit, whatever you do, and then that car is your business car, and everything that you do with that car, you want to go ahead and keep those receipts, from your oil changes to your tune-ups. Do people even get tune-ups anymore? But whatever it is, you just want to make sure you keep those.
Too expensive to get tune-up.
Yeah, I don't know. I the last time I even went to check for a tune-up, it was years ago, and I was driving a Lincoln Navigator, and I just thought, I just want to make sure I take care of this car. And I was a single mom, so I would take it in all the time. And they told me that I needed to get my spark plugs changed, and it was going to be $300 because every spark plug was made of glass. And if they broke one, I still had to pay. I don't know. But needless to say, I didn't even get it. But the Navigator still ran for years to come. So.
Okay. Yeah, that does make sense, because my aunt, she has a business. Well, she had a business. She retired from the business or whatnot. But she used to have a car that she would have just for, it was actually one of those vans. I forgot, one of the white vans, and she had the name of the company on the side of it. And what else did she do? That was just the company's car. She would do all the traveling and picking up stuff, and and then she had her little nice car for herself.
Right. And I'm really considering that, just because, and I really don't need a car for my business, but I want one of those new Broncos that look like a Jeep, or either one of those Jeeps that kind of look like a pickup truck, and I don't need it at all. So I'm convincing Wallace that it would be good for me to have for my business car.
But he knows now that you just said it.
I know, because he's right in his office and probably watching. So, yeah.
I do need me a beach
I'm not even paying attention to the chat. I'm really acting like a guest. I'm like, I'm not even.
Chocolate, I want to know about how to start to write a business plan.
Okay, so a business plan is exactly that. You can start off very small with just almost a journal type of thing, where you want to start your business, you want a mission for your business, you want a vision for your business, and then you want to start dealing with the financial. So your mission and your vision is just, what do you want to accomplish with your business, and your vision is kind of like casting out, almost like a vision board, where you see your business in certain amount of years or months, whatever it looks like for you, because all of us have a different bandwidth of how far we want to cast our vision out to kind of keep us grounded. And then after that, you want to look at the financials of it. How much money do you have saved now to start your business? What are the things that you need, and how much money you think you'll be able to make? You want to think of how much you're going to charge, whether it's products or services. But again, another great resource is the Chamber of Commerce. I know y'all are going to think like, oh my God, if this woman says Chambers of Commerce one more time, but I'm telling you, and it's not just because I sit on the board for the Chamber of Commerce here. I sit on the board for the Chamber of Commerce because I believe in the work that they do. And so if I didn't believe in them, I would have never accepted that opportunity. But when I tell you, it is a wealth of knowledge and resources. They have, and I think y'all have heard me talk about before, the Chambers of Commerce will get connected with different financial institutions in your area. Right now, I'm working on one with Prosperity Bank. Prosperity Bank is allowing us to put out applications to our members and small business owners to be a part of what they call a pitch contest. The pitch contest is, you are going to need to commit to coming into a classroom type of setting for maybe 8 Saturdays in a row for 4 hours. But over those 8 Saturdays for 4 hours, they're going to bring somebody in to teach you how to write your business plan. They're going to teach you how to structure your business. You're going to get top tier professionals in every possible category for you as a business owner. And then at the end of it, you're going to stand up, present your business, the things that you learn. And the best part about it is a couple of people will walk out with thousands of dollars of free money to go towards their business. And when I say free, I mean, you don't have to pay it back. It's a grant. They will give you a revolving line of credit. They'll give you a business credit card, the things to get you started. And the way you find out about programs like this are through your chambers of commerce.
Okay.
Woo 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 woo.
Yeah, it can put you in
It's
your
good.
business.
It is good, young lady. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, and there's a lot of different kind of funding as well. Yeah, you're right, Nikki. A good CPA, I mean, a CPA period, can make or break you. A good one can definitely get you, because they know, I mean, as long as you find a good one, they'll let you know exactly how to structure your business and your numbers.
She also said a business plan is a document that details a company's goals and how it plans to achieve them.
Exactly. It's like a vision board for your company.
Okay.
Where you are, what you have, and where you want to be, and how long you think it'll take you to get there. Hey, Amanda, thank you for tuning in.
Miss Janet wants to know what is actually in the Chamber of Commerce.
So the Chamber of Commerce is a resource for small businesses. And so what the Chamber of Commerce does is it advocates for small businesses to make sure that we're not left out of the loop when big things are going on. So for instance, say there is a new shopping center going up in your area, and there are some small contractors and people in construction who are small businesses. Maybe it's only a business with 10 employees, but then you have these huge contractors and construction companies with tens of thousands of employees and all this money who just want to swoop in and they're going to do the work. Well, the chambers of commerce are going to be the ones to advocate to say, well, we have these small businesses in our area who we feel can also do the job. And so they're going to be your voice. And so they're out there, resources and ways that the mom and pops and small businesses are included and able to thrive, so that all of these big Fortune 500 companies don't just take all of the business. And sometimes we're going to have to work in conjunction with some of those businesses, but at least we have a seat at the table. And that's what the Chamber of Commerce does, on top of doing things like having pitch contests, bringing in financial institutions to talk to small businesses about how to open account, how to build business credit. Because that's another thing you want to start doing as a small business, is building your business credit, which is attached to but different than your personal credit. And that's what your EIN number is for. And so you want to start opening up credit accounts and bank accounts with that business credit, so that if, God forbid, something were ever to happen, you don't have to worry about losing everything that you have personally, because the business has its own credit.
Okay. Let's see, everybody's saying hello. Oh, Mr. Wallace. With J3 being in agriculture, there is a lot of free money, such as government grants and tax breaks.
I'm looking at the Chamber of Commerce right now, not too far from me.
Yeah. And like I said, the big Chamber of Commerce is great. But if you can find in your city where they have a minority Chamber of Commerce, whether it's the Black Chamber of Commerce, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, whatever it is, they could have an agricultural Chamber of Commerce, but the smaller, the better, because you can get that one-on-one time with board members like me or the president, or, like for us, we have somebody who is just in charge of membership. We have somebody who is just in charge of, the building of the businesses and looking for contracts for you, somebody in charge of membership, and you can get more face time with those type of people with the smaller, but start with the big chamber as well, because it's a lot of resources.
Okay, we got
right a couple across the street from my bank.
Oh, look at that, right around the corner.
Yeah.
Chocolate drop. I
guess with the people in your bank too. I'm sorry, Miss T. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna read the next comment, but you can answer, Jags, if you want.
No. I was just saying it's very important to build relationships with the people in our bank as well. I know we are in a very digital world where we can do everything on our phones. We can even deposit checks on our phones and whatever. And in your day-to-day personal life, maybe that's fine. Unless you're trying to make a big purchase like buy a house or get a loan from the bank for a car or home improvements. But as a business owner, you're always going to be dealing with the bank, and you want to have a relationship. You want to identify, first of all, what bank is going to be best for you. And for you new business owners, or even if you've been in business for a while and you might want to switch banks, look for those things that come in the mail that are offering you the free $450 if you open an account. That stuff is real, and that's free money. There may be some stipulations where you have to have at least $1,500 in the account and use your debit card 10 times in 1 month, but we do that anyway. Don't leave that money on the table. And when you open your accounts, go into the bank, open the account, sit down with somebody, find a banker who you feel comfortable with, because they make money off of selling us additional products and giving us additional information. And when they have a relationship, then they may call you and say, hey, Miss T, I'm doing something with the Black Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to be giving out a $10,000 grant if you know what I mean? So you want them, because they need that community engagement. There are people at the bank who their job is, and you want to find out which of the bankers specialize in small business. And their job is to engage with the community and the small business owners to keep you in the loop, to let you know what funds they're offering. So make those relationships, get away from doing everything on your phone and start going into that bank old school.
Okay. Chocolate Drop, I guess where I'm stuck at is I know what I have to offer. I just don't know how to in a beneficial way. There we go.
Well, the thing is too, is finding mentors in what you do, even if it's not exactly the same thing as you do. Find someone who has already done what you're trying to do and have done it well, and have those conversations with them, or just getting a coach that you can bounce ideas off of. Because I mean, two heads are better than one. And sometimes we have something stuck in our head, but we're not sure exactly how to get it out there. Get a mentor, get a coach, find somebody who you trust and who is interested in what you're doing or has done what you're trying to do. And they can help you bring those ideas to fruition and just kind of clear out the mud with that. Don't try to do it by yourself. It's difficult.
Soul Sister, hey girl, glad you mentioned grants. Any info on where to get them? She's also in agriculture. Would love to see if I can get one for my barn.
So the thing with grants are you really have to dig for a lot of grants. Get it out agriculture, dig. I'm so funny. Just ask me. But anyway, you do have to dig. You can start with Google, and then there are some grant specific websites. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I will check into them, and maybe I can send them to you, Miss T, and you can put them on your community tab. I'll put them on my community tab. But there are some grant specific websites where you can search for grants. Y'all know good old YouTube University is a wealth of knowledge. Use YouTube, it's the next largest search engine besides Google, and just put in there agricultural grants in whatever your state is. A lot of times it is just that easy, but we don't always use these search engines the way we should. Talk to the search engine when you're typing in, just like you're talking to me. Ask the question in that search bar, just like you're asking me, and you'll be surprised at what things pop up. Now, for agricultural, that's a whole different thing. So there are funds out there available, because that is something that, they're wanting to push. But when you have a regular small business and maybe you're, doing hair, or you're making lotions and potions, those types of businesses are more difficult to find grants for. But if you can find some way to add a nonprofit piece to your business, then that opens you up for grants.
Almost home say, well, Janet, to Chocolate Drop, I'm curious, what do you have to offer? Like, what kind of business are you thinking about? Very good question.
Black Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, the Black Chamber of Commerce, I'm telling you, it has opened. Like I said, I took the seat on the board because of the work that I saw them doing. So I already knew before I did it.
Now I see Chocolate Drop and Anne-Marie, they do a lot of couponing. They can get like $500 worth of stuff for like $10. Could that be a business? Like what she's saying?
It can be. And so what you have to do is think out of the box. And what I tell people a lot is you have to think past YouTube, because on YouTube, we do a lot of stuff for free. YouTube should be almost like an extension of your business card. So you get on YouTube and you teach a little bit, but you don't give away the store. And that's how you pull people off of YouTube. So you can create couponing courses. Like, all you have to do in order to have a business is be able to solve a problem and fulfill a need that someone has. So you can do courses where you sit down and record the ABCs of couponing, and you sit down in front of your camera and you talk to that camera for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and you go through every single step to be successful in couponing, from what the best newspapers or magazines or websites are to get the coupons, to how you organize the coupons, what the best couponing books are, whatever. And then you package that in such a way, but you don't put it on YouTube for free. You get a link and you create a course. And then you get on YouTube and say, yeah, this is what I do and how much money I want to say, how much money you can save. And if you want to learn more about it, buy my course for $99. And that is how you do that.
You know, I've been like, everybody's been like behind the scenes sending me emails. Missy, I want to learn how to do this, that. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube, like vidIQ and all them, and they give out just enough. And then you go into their description. If you would like to know more, if you want this book, if you want this, right, XYZ, I was like, okay, I see what's going on here.
Girl, that's how I grew my business. I said, anybody who think that they learn everything I know about soft skills from watching my videos, I'm not giving it away, because that's the thing. That's what makes you more profitable. And so, but I've had companies, municipalities find me on social media and then ask me to come and speak in front of their people, and will pay me thousands of dollars, because just from the little bit that they heard, they're like, she know what she's talking about. And so they pull me off of YouTube. And then the next thing you know, I'm speaking in front of 100 people teaching conflict resolution, which is what I'm doing tomorrow.
Awesome.
Dolores, is this a question, or is this a question for me? How did you come up with your brand logo and everything? Is that for me, or is that a question for Miss Hall?
Okay, thank you. Because you way ahead of me.
I know, I see it now. So do you want to answer it, J3? We can both answer it, because we might have different ways that we did it.
Well, actually, the way I came up with mine is because I like keeping the animals, and that was what I loved doing. And all of a sudden, I came up with some grandchildren. And I just sat down and thought about it and said, J3GS, Johnson 3 grandsons. And that was it, plain and simple. And then I ended up getting some girls and another boy.
Yeah, them grandkids just keep coming, J3. I feel you on that. I'm like, where did all these children come from?
But that's how I just based it off what I love doing, and my grandchildren came too, so that's what I did. I'm basically doing it. Hopefully, when I'm gone after 113, they can take over and
13.
That is too funny. Yeah, for me, it was just, I went with what my passion was, which was pouring into other people's self-love. And this is for my personal business with Stae Hall and, running for your life. And so at the time I was doing running for your life, I was actually training for a marathon. And so that's where I came from, the running for your life, and then LYFE, love yourself first, explicitly. And then for iSalt, that's the business I have with Wallace, the soft skills. Wallace just kept saying, as we were starting the business, he was like, he keep hearing God telling me, we are the salt of the earth. We are the salt of the earth. He said, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I need you to come up with a name that includes that. And so then I came up with iSalt, which is Institute for Success and Leadership Training. So it's different ways. And then your colors, you just want to, there's a lot of things like Canva is really good with helping you with your branding color. So I had my favorite color, which is Tiffany blue, but I knew I couldn't just use Tiffany blue. So I just started looking at different palettes of what colors went together and what popped. And so sometimes we do have to step outside of ourselves too, and not just think about what we like, but what other people might like, and incorporate that. Because one thing, once you get your logo, your brand colors and things, you want to be consistent with that across the board in everything you do, so that people will start to recognize you, because people know me now by the Tiffany blue and different things. And so they know, like, when people get me gifts a lot, because they see me, I walk around with this stuff all the time. That's my color. If y'all see the accents in my house, the chair I'm sitting in, that's my color. And so people know me by that color now.
Okay. Almost home with Janet said she's starting her business and freaking out a little bit. She starts in about 5 weeks.
Freaking out is good. That's okay. That's right where you're supposed to be.
You can host a class on StreamYard. The link would only be given to those who pay for the class.
Yep, absolutely. Yes. That's how I started my first classes, on Zoom. My first courses were on Zoom, and I did it was called So You Want to Write a Book. And so I just walked people through the steps, because it was so difficult for me when I wrote my first book to find anybody to help me. And so I had to learn everything by myself. And then I just decided I was not going to let that happen to anybody else who asked me. And so I did a course, and people paid $199 for that course for me to give them just the basics of how to write and self-publish a book. People will pay for knowledge. Like I said, the only thing you have to ask yourself when you start a business is, are you solving a problem and fulfilling a need? If the answer is yes, you got a business. I mean, there are people out here making millions of dollars now just going to people's houses and scooping the poop from their backyard from their dogs, because the people don't want to do it.
I think I need to figure out a logo. I don't have a logo or anything like that. I'm glad, because I've been debating if I should give.
What's that above your head right there?
Well, above my head, what I see on my screen is 50 plus people watching.
No. On your wall.
Yeah, it's her picture, but not exactly a logo.
It's not a logo.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody made that for me. Only displays a part of what I do. This was so helpful. Thanks, says Dolores.
Good, I'm glad. And y'all know another great resource, and for you too, Miss T, is Fiverr. It's Fiverr. There's 2 V's in there, I believe. Fiverr.com. There are a lot of freelance people on there who will do just about anything that you need for your business branding wise, and they will do it. It's called Fiverr because a lot of them you can pay just $5 and get it done. But the most I've ever paid for anything on Fiverr is $100, and they will write your theme songs. They will help you create a logo, and all you do is feed them all the information. Like, this is like the guy who did my theme song, The Whole Living Life with Stae. He just went on YouTube and watched a few of my videos, asked me what I was passionate about. He had that song to me in less than a week. And I paid like $40 for that song. And so if you find somebody with logos, tell them what your favorite colors are, give them the links to look at your social media. And most of them will give you like 3 or 4 different things to choose from. And boom, you have a logo. So, and it's very inexpensive to work with people on Fiverr.
Okay. Tiny Twist Resins. I want to start a business, but really don't know how to start.
The thing is, you have to identify what your business is. And so I don't know what you want to do as your business, but whatever it is, identify what the business is. And then you have to think about who your customers or clients will be. And sometimes if you're starting a business and you don't know where to start, or you don't know if it will be a viable business, interview some people, tell them what you're thinking about doing, and ask them, is that something you would be interested in? Big companies do that, especially back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember, I might be aging myself, but they used to call and kind of do these little surveys. Like, if you were offered this, this, and this, would you be interested? Is this something that, you think could help you? And just get that data to find out if you really have an audience, if you have customers, and get people's feedback. That is an excellent place to start. Like, if you literally just don't know where to start with your business at all, start talking to people and getting some feedback.
Okay. 19 years ago, I stripped nurse at the nursing.
Keep going, Miss T.
I thought it said something else. I read it. Are you going to try to sell your resin creations? I think that's what she's going to try to do.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So you have a business already. If you're, doing any types of arts, crafts, things like that, it's just, getting started with the groundwork. And whenever you have, products, like I said, if you're making lotions and potions and resins and beanies or whatever, a good place to start with that kind of stuff is getting involved with these local craft shows and going, like a lot of the schools around here do them during the holidays where, they'll just fill the whole gym and auditorium up with people who are selling things. And that can kind of give you an idea for your market too.
What you're passionately about. Yeah, make sure you're passionate about what you want to start a business with, because it's going to be your business. It's going to be your life.
Yeah, don't do anything just for money. And I know that from experience. I had a tax business for 11 years and I did it because I needed the money, right? I found myself a single mom out the clear blue. I was getting divorced and, I had been a stay-at-home mom for a while. And so the opportunity was presented to me and I made the money and I did what I needed to do, but I was miserable. I was miserable. It was worse than going to a regular job. It was my own business and I was still miserable.
Dang, you did it for 11 years. Brazilian Dad said Upwork works well also.
Upwork is good as well. Yeah, there's a lot of resources out there. There's a lot of them. And again, you can just Google that type of thing, like freelance, and just find out which ones are out there that can do what you need. Hey, living out loud.
So valuable. What about copyright and logo access?
Yeah, so anything you do, you want to make sure that you have it copyright. I mean, the poor man's copyright is still a thing. Mail it to yourself, that still works. But you can get on things like LegalZoom and do your copyrights that way. And it's not super expensive, but make sure that you copyright every single thing that you do because people will steal your work. So you definitely want to do that, but it's not really expensive. But something like LegalZoom, and again, the Chambers of Commerce, they help with that as well. And you might be able to even get some information like that from your local banker.
Jigs, are your notes as filled up as mine are?
No. I keep it simple and to the point.
Let me see. That's how I started this, helping people with starting their business or updating their established business. But I never thought about freelancing or freelance.
Yeah, it's a thing. And something else too, you want to kind of make sure. I am a huge proponent for multiple streams of income. I never want to have to rely on my money from coming from just one place. But when I say multiple streams of income, I don't mean starting 10 different businesses, because that's sometimes what people think. It's like, oh yeah, I got multiple streams. I do Mary Kay, then I do hair on the side. I wash cars on Saturday. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. I want multiple streams of income based off of what I do naturally. Like, so for me, my multiple streams of income come from, I do soft skills training, and corporations and cities and municipalities hire me to do that. But I also do one-on-one coaching that I get paid for separately from individuals, but it's still the same kind of thing. Then I also do speaking engagements where maybe I'm not actually coaching or training. I'm just coming to give a motivational speech, a transformational speech. That's another stream of income. And then I write books. It's all the different things that I do, but I'm still doing the same thing. I'm not reinventing the wheel, but I'm expanding my business and doing some different things. And I have an announcement that's going to be coming up soon. I was thinking about announcing it this morning, but I don't know. We're going to see how the spirit moved me. Okay. But I do have another business venture. But again, everything that I do is never going to be like, well, what is she? Is she a painter or is she a truck driver? No, it's always going to be in that same frame, but I'm branching out. So, because guess what? If I don't get any one-on-one clients, I still have my contract with the city. And if I don't have my contract with the city, then I still have my books that are making money, but I'm still doing the same thing. So you have to extend yourself and think of whatever you're doing. And so if it's doing crafts and resin. Another way to branch out would still be doing those, but teaching classes to teach other people how to do it. So just think of how you can keep expanding your business without having to focus on 9 million different things.
See, we were all out the loop. Tiny Twist Resins, she said she wants to go all in with helping men and children, helping them bond with their children, like women and children. Okay.
Oh, I like that. I love that. And see, and that would be a great way. I cannot stress to y'all enough of looking at your business and seeing how you can develop your business into a nonprofit. That would be an excellent nonprofit business where you could actually get grants from companies who would fund you to do that work. And so that would be an excellent nonprofit. Hey, Margot, my sister's in here, y'all. What's up, Ghost
Hello, sister.
Hey, sister. We almost got 60 people in here, which is awesome. Thank you, guys. Almost Homesteading with Janet wants to know about poor man's copyright.
Yeah, poor man's copyright is just when you like, say if you create your logo or you write a book or whatever, and you're not actually publishing it, but you want to make sure you have the rights to it, whatever that document is, whatever that thing is, you want to make sure that you date it, put it in an envelope, and then mail it to yourself, but never open it again. Right. And that postmark along with the date on the document, if it ever needs to be opened, shows proof of when you created that. So say, for instance, if you create your business on March 26, 2024, and you've written this brilliant poem or whatever, and then somebody else comes out in 2026 with the same thing, you have proof that you did it first and you're the owner of that. And my sister just did that. She just released her first book, y'all. It just went up on Amazon. So yeah, so she just went through the whole copyright thing with her book. So it's pretty awesome. I'm so proud of her for that.
It's also, you can also get a notary to sign it, and they do their little stamp and all that stuff on it too. When you seal it up, send it to yourself, that's extra verification that it's originally yours.
Yeah, because it's all about having that date and time stamp or whatever, just to prove that this happened
that time
for whoever else is trying to claim the rights to it.
Welcome in, Go Town and LP. Crowdsourcing or kickstarting as a way to get some startup money for your business.
I have never done that. I'm not a big fan. I am a very controlling person when it comes to my business. I've never used investors or anything. I can't say that I'm against it. It's just that you really want to do your research and see and make sure that you are trusting the people that you are getting funds from, and make sure that you have a solid plan to make sure that they'll be getting their money back. I just don't like having a lot of people involved in my business and having a lot of people to answer to, which is why I went into business for myself. I'm not a good employee. I don't like answering questions. And so, so it just depends on you. I know that some people have had success in that, but it just depends on how you have it structured and what they're expecting to gain from that. Because very rarely are people willing to give you something for nothing.
Right.
I appreciate you and all this tea.
You're welcome. I appreciate you for having me. Oh, I got some people over here. Hey, Nick. Hey, China. I'm streaming. I'm sharing for the first time, Miss T. It was so easy. That little button was right there.
And I meant to ask you whether you were sharing too.
She's like,
I never do. But I did today. I saw the button up there. I said, okay. Yeah. So
it's on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes. It gave me choices to pick too. So I was like, okay, let me see if I could do this.
Copyright's very dependent on states. The poor man's copyright. Okay.
Yeah, I always tell everybody, whenever you're doing something, especially like when you're getting the information from me, I only know a couple of states, and Texas is the only one that I know very well. But I also know that Texas is different than a lot of other states. So I always say my information is going to be probably 80% useful to everybody as far as these are the basics. But The 20% with the details, you have to figure out what is state specific for you as well. So always do that extra due diligence. Get on Google, get on YouTube. And when you do those searches, that's why I say be very detailed when you're searching, because if you just put up there, you know, how to start a business or how to write, you know, it's going to give you something vague. Put in your state. What do I need for minority certification in this state, so that you are given that state specific information?
Okay, welcome in, Denny Ray. Bees, how you doing? That's great. Don't forget the witness on the legal documents. You can do logos and book covers and Canva. Very easy to do, says the Lord.
Canva I use Canva literally every day. Canva is about to have my assistant out of a job. Canva is like, if I can do it, y'all know how I am. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I've created my one sheet on Canva. I created my media kit. And those are other things that I suggest y'all do. Like if you're wanting to work with brands and different things like that, even though we are even though we are no longer employed, we still need to have some kind of resume. And so for us content creators, that resume is a one sheet and a media kit. If you don't have a one sheet and a media kit, then I suggest you look into doing that today, because that's going to be what you need to show brands and different companies what you have to offer.
Okay. We are caught up. One sheet. I guess to ask about the poor man's copyright again, Miss Janet.
Oh, no, a one sheet. I was saying that we all need to have our one sheets together, which is like a resume for speakers and authors and content creators, as well as a media kit. Those are just kind of like I said, a resume. I wish I knew. Is this present thing? Is that what you do to share your screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. Because I have, all right, let me see. I'm going to try to do this. Y'all bear with me for a second. Present, share screen.
Advocate.
Okay, so.
Okay, what are your thoughts on sending out PR kits to companies? Whenever you get done with it, yeah.
Do you mean sending PR kits to companies or them sending it to you? Because I don't want to send it. You know, it just depends. If you want to just send samples of something to try to do business with them, that's fine. But I don't usually start out with anything like that. Like I want companies sending PR kits to me, but I wouldn't do a whole lot of that. You want to be really careful and already have a conversation before you just send something. Let me see. Can y'all see my screen?
I see it. Bam.
Okay.
Look at you.
So, I know, right? Okay, so this is my media kit. Can y'all see that? It looks blurry to me. So my media kit, it just kind of, you want some bold pictures of yourself. And then what it shows is my different social media. So it says, I'm Stae Hall, and it just gives a quick little blurb about me. And then it shows what my services are, gives all of my contact information. But the most important is showing how many subscribers and followers you have on different social media. And this is what you can send out to different companies. So like right now, I'm working with Dossier Perfumes to do a brand deal with them. And this is what I sent them, along with telling them why I wanted to work with Dossier. And so it's just kind of like a resume, but it has your social media information. And this is what a lot of brands are going to want to look at when they, are deciding whether or not they want to work with you. And then my one sheet, let me see if I can get that in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
I appreciate you sending me this. I have this actual kit right there, that picture. So I'm going to try to make mine and make sure I have everything that I need for mine and related, not copy off of yours, but make sure I have all the right information.
No, go ahead and do it. I mean, my thing, that's why I do it. And then my one sheet, this is what I use for speaking engagements. Like whenever they ask me for my bio or whatever it is, this is what I give them. And I think you may have this too, Miss T. And this more speaks towards, it's not about my social media as much as it's just about me and what I do, what different awards I've gotten, who I'm affiliated with, the different topics that I speak on. And so these are the kind of things that you can send out. When I first got started, I literally mailed one of these out to every church, every school, and every women's organization in Dallas, Fort Worth. And I got a lot of people calling me. This is how I got the offer to do the TED Talk and different things like that. I just kind of sent this out there, and it just introduces them to you. And then you put all of your contact information. So this is a one sheet, and the other one was a media kit.
Okay. Does Fiverr offer media kits?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Look, I'm back. Look at me being all tech savvy.
I know.
Right? So yeah, Fiverr offers.
You're about to lose your secretary.
I'm telling you. And so yeah, my very first one I had done on Fiverr, and I paid, like $20, and then I ended up getting Canva. And so those two I showed you, I actually made those. Can y'all believe that? So like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. Canva is awesome. It's so user friendly.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and dip my big toe in this Fiverr that you keep recommending me.
Girl, Fiverr can do everything. Like if you're writing a book, like I had my book covers were designed on Fiverr. My books were formatted on Fiverr. It's just, I believe anything that I can pay somebody else to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And so you can find everything on Fiverr. Fiverr even now. And so I have recently sent my media kit in one sheet to Fiverr because I'm trying to collaborate and work for Fiverr, because now they're offering coaching on Fiverr, where you can go on Fiverr and find a coach like me, but say you can't afford or don't want to pay for a whole 6-week program. You can go on Fiverr and just pay to speak 1 hour with a coach. So y'all know I'm all over that. So I'm working with them now to be a coach on Fiverr, where people can hire me and just talk to me for an hour about some things. Like that would be something good for me. I think Chocolate Drop was talking about some things. She might want to do that. And then the young lady who does the resin designs, like anybody who's unsure and maybe doesn't want to take a deep dive into one-on-one coaching, go on Fiverr and find a coach.
Okay. See, like I know Miss Stae Hall has been telling me forever about Fiverr. Like I've been hearing that forever. But I've in my head, I've been like, I could do this. I know how to do this. I don't need to hire anybody. But now I tell you, it's getting real. It's like,
yes,
there's a lot going on in a lot of different angles. So
and the thing is, as small business owners, right, our business is our baby, and we don't think anybody knows our business like we do. And sometimes we stretch ourselves too thin trying to do all the things, and really we're hurting ourselves because we're missing opportunities. So I started early on paying people to do stuff, because I just didn't feel like I had the mental bandwidth to learn anything else. And I had no desire to be a graphics designer and all those different things, but it also allowed me to be out and about. That's another thing I want to talk to y'all about real quick. We talked about the chambers of commerce, but y'all need to get on Eventbrite and find out what networking events. Yeah, well, I'm here for you, Chocolate Drop. I'm here for you. But find out what networking events. Again, we're so used to being on these screens, but there are like actual people outside who are interested in what you want to do. So find out what networking events are going on in your area, and just go out there and start meeting and greeting people. You never know what opportunities are out there. Just start chitting and chatting and telling people what you do. But the networking events are awesome.
Okay.
And it's so cute. Yeah, and it is so cute. I love it.
Stae Hall be helping me behind the scenes and don't even know it. She be like, when the first time I asked you to come on the show and you sent all the media kit and everything, I was like, oh, this is nice, and I still have it. So yeah, and then all this knowledge here, I'm on my like 3rd page.
Girl, good. And I don't mind if anybody you do not have to reinvent the wheel. Take mine and just tweak it to do what you got to do. Yeah, that's what we're here for. It takes a village. I say that all the time. Networking means talking to people without a screen. Yes, it does. It does. And it can be a little daunting at first if you're not used to it. But I have gotten so many opportunities and met some awesome people. I built my relationship with the actual mayor from doing networking events, and then getting to talk to her about what I do. And she's like, oh my gosh, we need you at the city. And things happen. And now here I am speaking and going to the city for things on a regular basis. And I would have never had that interface and time with her. And again, from being involved in the Chamber of Commerce, I'm telling y'all, Chamber of Commerce, networking, get out there and meet the people, because still the best way to grow and do business is that old fashioned way, getting out there, shaking hands and making connections.
See, I don't have a problem with talking to people outside in public. Like I promote my channel all the time because it's my baby. So I'm like, hey, my thing is professional speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go up into a group of people and just be like, you know what I'm saying, girl? And not, the way I would talk in the streets.
But like, no, I don't want you to think too much on that, Miss T. Right. And I have some clients who have worried about that as well. But think about it. Whenever you're not going to be able to just walk in a room and start speaking to people, right? If you're coming into the room, it's because someone has invited you to be there, right? And if they've invited you to be there, then that means they've seen you somewhere else, on here, whatever. And so that's who they want. They don't want you to see you and you're like this, and then you get up there and say, hello, everyone. They're like, well, that's not who we saw. They want your energy.
Would you recommend like me to combine both, like kind of tone it down a little bit, or just come up there like, Martin, what's up? What's up?
You want to be yourself, because that's who they've invited to the room. Be yourself. Now, we can all use some public speaking training where it just helps us with the flow of what we talk about. That's the most important thing. You don't want to get there and just start rambling and being all off topic. So you may need some coaching and training in how to actually structure, because most of the time when you come somewhere, they're going to give you a specific time that they want you to talk. And so you want to make sure not only that you don't go over. People don't like when you go way under either. If they've hired you and they're paying you to talk for 45 minutes, they don't want you up there and off in 15 minutes. So those are the kind of things that you might need structure with, coaching with, actually structuring what you're going to talk about and staying on topic and making sure you fill up the right amount of time.
Okay.
But your personality is your personality. I mean, that's what people are bringing you in for. There was something about your personality that made them feel like you were a good fit.
Well, thank you, because that does make sense. Because like they wouldn't you see me on social media, so yeah, that does make sense. Let me see.
That's what they're expecting. I mean, that's just like in relationships when we talk about meeting people's representatives. You all prim and proper and act like you only eat salad, and then and that's true. It's like
I do only eat salad.
I mean, you do eat a lot of salad, though. I know you do eat a lot of
salad. Between fasting and just eating salads, thanks, Jigs.
That's this fast that you're on. Involuntary intermittent fasting.
Everybody can get your diet program.
I know you should be charging for that, J3.
Wow, don't get nothing stuck in his head. Hey, Denny Raid said, one must be mindful when creating a business by accepting the license. You are submitting your rights for privileges to be administered by the state. That makes sense to you?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's completely up to you. But the thing is, it's called the cost of doing business. There are certain things that are going to have to differentiate you from the side hustle to the business. But once you do decide to be a legitimate business, as the state would consider it, then you're going to have to obey the laws of the land. And, there's some good and some bad. But yeah, once you are a business, you put your information out there, you're registered with the state, then you are liable to follow those rules and regulations.
So thank y'all so much, because everybody's saying be yourself. Because like the people who did ask me to come to their place of business and talk, they're like, you're so outgoing. Because I'm a talker. Like, I'm not a professional speaker, but I guess I am. I don't know what I am at this point, but
anytime somebody pays you to speak, you're professional. I used to say that about my singing. I used to say, well, I'm not a professional singer. And I just used to say that because I didn't have any records or anything. But then people were like, well, don't you get paid when you... I'm like, I have been paid to sing. So that makes me... As soon as I accept money, I'm professional.
Okay, bam.
Oh, okay.
Tiny to it said, I'd be nervous talking to people, but then again, closed mouths don't get fed.
And that is so true, Tiny Twist. And I have learned that. I mean, and I used to feel the same way. I never wanted to ask for anything. I never wanted to ask for help. I never wanted to ask for opportunities. And I learned that from my mentor. And he had me read a book called Never Eat Alone. That book changed my life. And it's an old book, but you can get it on Amazon along with my sister's book, Why Is Everything So Loud? Look, shameless plug. But it's called Never Eat Alone. And it just talks about the art of networking and how every single person you speak to could be that missing link to your next opportunity. You never know who you're talking to, even people who you think you really know, like friends and family or whatever. Sometimes we don't know that other part of people's lives. And so the worst that you can hear is a no, but every no is getting you one step closer to that yes. So I definitely recommend that book, Never Eat Alone. I'm telling you, it changed my whole mindset. And all it made me realize is how many opportunities I had missed from keeping my mouth shut. Now, yeah, I'll ask and talk and explain with everybody. I'm always want to know, when can you do coffee?
My channel is me. I'm in a niche. Say that to yourself 3 times a day. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the thing too, those affirmations, that healthy self-talk. And I'm telling you, with that couponing, another thing that you could do, Chocolate Drop, is reach out to the local PTAs, you know, those PTA moms, stay-at-home moms. They are into that stuff and they may pay you to come do a session, a seminar. Just think outside of the box and create your own stuff. Don't worry about if anybody else has done it. You be the first one to do it. You be the first one to come up with that that idea. And there is money out there to be made. And you're worth it. You deserve it.
Absolutely. I want everybody to say hi to So Now What. I love her channel. I watched a couple of her videos. Check her out if you are not already subscribed, please. And
I will definitely check her channel out. Her profile picture is so lovely. Such a pretty.
I know, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome, Chocolate Drop.
Hey,
Demetri. How many we got up in the house?
67 altogether.
Oh, wow.
I know. Everybody wants the tea from Stae Hall.
It is my joy. This is what I love to do. I'm telling you, it was just so hard for me in the beginning. I would go to people and nobody wanted to help me. Everybody was so scared that I was going to be their competition. And I mean, there were people who were straight up rude to me, who I thought we were cool. And I'm like, you know what? Once I do reach any level of success and I feel confident in what I know, I'm sharing it. Now, sometimes I share it for free and sometimes you might have to pay for it, but I'm still going to share it. I'm not going to be the keeper of the information. And I learn a lot when I do this kind of stuff too. The more you share, the more open people feel to share with you as well, because I don't know it all.
DCB said, I don't like eating with other people. I have some bad manners.
Oh,
man, the first couple of dates or interactions, you know, I'm kind of like acting like I eat just salads. After that fourth,
just do coffee. So I have my favorite coffee shop here. It's called Black Coffee. It's a Black-owned, woman-owned coffee shop, and that's where I do most of my meetings. Meet me at Black Coffee. So in that way, I'm pouring into the coffee shop, and I don't have to worry about a big old meal. I just get a coffee and maybe a muffin.
I get super nervous. I started all this because someone was saying I had a unique life experience, point of view, but I don't understand how anyone would care about anything I say. I bore myself. Sorry. You know what? Somebody told me
somebody who's interested.
Yeah, something that you may find that's like normal. Somebody else may. I think you told me that, Stae. When I start doing vlogs, you know.
Yeah.
It was you.
People will watch you do anything, and I watch too. So yeah, you might think it's boring, but that's what vlogs are all about. People like to see other people's lives and be able to relate. So they want to know that there's other boring people out there, so to speak. You know, everything isn't about the glitz and glam. Yeah, Demetri, she said yes, Black Coffee. Yeah, Black Coffee, that is my spot. And then I saw somebody, I think it was Frugal Mama, put in there, Who Moved My Cheese. That's another great book. I'm telling you. I mean, this business stuff, it's about having the passion and the know-how and all that stuff. Hey, Trish, but you also want to be educated, so get your mentor, read your books. Like I said, those old school grassroots things, they still work. They still work.
We got 755 on her alternate channel. Just kidding. Painting for kids.
Right.
I think that's
How you
why.
doing, 755?
Let me see. What do you say, Jen? Let me scoot this up. I think that's why you really have to have a passion for what you are doing your business about, because I can talk to people, I can talk to people about herbs for hours, even with severe social anxiety.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, even if you have social anxiety, you're shy. But if your topic comes up, it's like, yep, I'm on.
It's a whole new ball game.
Right.
Yep, absolutely.
Let me see. Oh, okay, you were talking about that Who Moved the Cheese.
That's a really good book. I'm telling y'all, Never Eat Alone and Who Moved the Cheese, I would say, yeah, or top 2.
No chapter drop. Ain't no sleeping today.
Over. I will see you in less than a week. Well, I'll be there in less than a week. I don't know when everybody else probably be there at regularly scheduled time.
I am so jealous, y'all. I just knew I was going to be able to go, but I will be at the one in Texas. I will. But I can't make it. I just feel like y'all should just not have any fun because I'm going to be there.
Put it this way. When you get to the kickback, you have some fun.
I will.
You're not coming to the kickback. Neither one of you are coming to the kickback.
I'm trying my best. If I can find some cheap tickets like I did with this one, then I'm going. Okay. I'm not worried about room and board for Texas because everybody and their mama live in Texas. And I got a place to stay.
I'm about to say I'm a kickback support. Let me see if I can't find this on the desk. I'm not going, but I'm a kickback supporter.
Oh, yes, you have your patches. Yeah, those are nice too. Those are nice. But I'm definitely going to try to make it to Savannah next year, just no more in advance so I can have that room on my calendar.
We'll be here waiting on you, girl. We'll be here waiting on you.
Yeah.
Chocolate Drop did a short on the pink pineapple.
Make sure you bring Wallace too.
I will. I don't go nowhere without him.
I guess I didn't think of that.
Oh, I gotta look at that. A short on the pink pineapple. I've never had the pink pineapple. But people will watch you do anything. They will. I've sat there and watched people organize their refrigerator in their pantry. And I'm like, and I can't say I didn't learn anything because, I'm like, oh, I need to get one of those little containers. Like, I didn't even know about all them little containers for the refrigerator.
Just saying hi to everybody.
Oh, you got your notepad, Sandra. Good.
See who else.
But I'm telling y'all, there is money out here. There are opportunities out here. Just you got to think outside of the box and just keep yourself educated and connected. That's the number one thing, is the connection. Build the connections and people will be able to help you navigate all this stuff. You don't have to do it by yourself.
Let me see. I can't not talk about bees. Yeah, Sarah is like really into the bees, like really, really. And it's awesome.
I need to get some honey from Sarah. I just used J3's honey last night in my tea before I went to bed.
Yeah, that are
on the bacon.
Don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing. Leave it alone. Nobody needs to know nothing else after you done had that honey and went to bed. Nobody need to know nothing.
That show with her with the pink pineapple tasting got her over 12,000 views.
That's awesome. My goodness. Okay, so you know what that means? Then you need to do it again with something else. That's the thing too. Whatever works, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Don't try to switch it up too much. So you did the pink pineapple, so next do the purple grapes, whatever it is, because evidently people like that. So like I would say, yeah, they have the yellow watermelons, because evidently there was something about that. So keep recreating that. Once you find content that sticks, keep doing that.
Right. Chocolate Drop, just don't make no cornbread and we good.
Wow.
Did she burn up some cornbread like I burnt? Was y'all on my live last night when I burnt the bacon? Miss T, my fire alarm was going off and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, now I was watching you live last night, but on the back side of it, I think I sat right here and kind of nodded out.
You done fell asleep.
I was tired. After I get finished with Miss T, and I stayed on a little longer yesterday to watch Almost Homesteading. And after that, I went outside and I was exhausted when I came back in.
Oh, that sun got you, huh? Yeah, no, I burnt the
work is what got me.
Live TV.
Okay. I just emailed chocolate drop before I forget. Yeah, she did burn the cornbread.
That is funny. I figured that might have been it when he said just don't make no cornbread.
Yeah. She was talking trash and ended up burning the cornbread.
That is too funny.
Let me see. Hey, lawn lifters, bacon. Yes,
we ate it though. It wasn't burnt. It was crisp. Wallace called it Cajun because that bacon, we ate it. We put it right on top of the steak. I was making loaded steaks last night. And I was trying to cook.
Fire alarm going off and everything. Okay.
And then Wallace was there. I'm like, if I can smell the bacon, why he can't smell the bacon? So I had to call him on the live. I'm like, Wallace, come get the bacon. And the alarm, that's fine. Because I was trying to cook while I was on the live so we wouldn't be eating so late. Oh, yeah, Nikki was on there.
I'm going to have a talk with Wallace. Now, if the wife is on live taking care of business, all right, brothers, y'all can get in the kitchen and do a little bit of cooking until they finish.
Say it again for the people up front. Yeah.
I'm going to say it again, brothers. My wife, she gets a relief on Thursday and Friday. She get a relief. She don't have to cook. She got to cook, but she don't have to cook on them days. That's my day of cooking.
Right. I love that. Yeah, there need to be more like you, J3. Hey, Alvin.
My mama only had one. She broke the mold after me.
I know that's
right. I'm not fairly represented.
Wallace said he's not being fairly represented. He feels like that's not going down last night. I guess he wanted an attorney. He has a different idea how that went.
Hey,
Janine, thank you for tuning in. So we got people on Facebook. We got people on YouTube. This is fun.
All right.
Look, we're down to 60.
Oh, wow. There's no one here.
We was almost up there at 70. So now we're down to 60.
Yeah, and I know we got Andale today. You don't play on Tuesday.
Right.
We got Andale.
But she ate good before she came on.
So MNT and Crafty Leo are doing a surf and turf live stream tomorrow. Okay, it's on the screen now. Yeah.
Let's see. Is anybody going live today so we can let Almost Homesteading with Janet, our TV Guide channel?
Well, y'all know I'll be live tonight, 7 Central. I'm still in March Madness.
7 Central for that's Stace is 7 Central. But Bam it with Arthur Butler, 7 p.m. tonight, Eastern time.
Hey, brother-in-law, thank you for tuning in.
Cornbread now. Thanks, guys. It's chocolate drop.
Don't burn it.
And hopefully I don't go to sleep tonight because I'll be on his show tonight.
Oh, wow. You got to stay awake. Take some B12.
No, it's me going out there and doing all that work by myself.
I know.
Yeah, the 2 pieces of bread is wearing off. I'm ready for a meal now.
I'm doing my intermittent fasting for real now, so I won't be eating until like late.
Sure, I'm good. I had my coffee. I had a breakfast bowl, but the coffee is all I need.
Yeah, coffee is good, and it'll keep you full, especially if you do the bulletproof with the butter in it. That'll stick to your ribs.
These folks don't know nothing about that.
I know you got to try the coffee with the butter, Miss T.
That's a military thing right there.
No, I have not.
You heard what she said. She said You heard what Miss Hall said. She said butter. She didn't say margarine. She said butter.
Butter, real butter. Hey, Big Rooster. Who leaves with 60 in the chat? You know, Miss T. She said me. You know, she like, And the funny thing is, she will hit that button and people like, and everybody
We'll still be here. We'll still be here, but she gone.
I really ate like 8 o'clock yesterday, 8, 12, like 16 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I've always believed that the true mark of love is putting that person's needs and desires before your own. Okay.
You're right.
Butter and coffee. I know.
That's why I've been married so long.
I'm telling you, it is good, resilient dad. It is good. Because the butter melts. You don't, I mean, you taste a little of the butter, but it's just like that nuttiness of it and the creamy, like, I don't know. I can't explain. You just got to try it.
Stae Hall, congratulations on getting your first pause.
I'm speaking military wise. Yeah, because she says that nutty, that pause. But
as it was coming out my mouth, I'm like, no, that's not going to go over well with this crew. And I thought I had made it, but you got me.
Congratulations.
Military wise, black coffee with butter, you really don't have to eat because that actually kind of fills you and that butter keeps you going. So
yeah, it satiates you. That's what I'm getting ready to have as soon as I get off here with y'all, because I won't eat. I'm only eating one meal a day now, so I won't eat until after the live. But that coffee, it'll hold me until tonight.
Fresh and Fire, like, yeah, caught that one too.
I had a good track record.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you were good till the end.
We gotta try it, DC. We gotta try. We can't knock it till we try it.
And especially if you have like a frother. So I make my coffee and then I put like a tablespoon of butter in there and my, sweetener or whatever. And then I just kind of mix it up with my frother. And so then you get that nice foam on the top. It's really good. It is.
But don't use margarine. Use butter.
No, it's be real butter. I love Kerrygold Irish butter. It's really good.
Hello to meditation. How you doing, Paradise? We have to do one time. Every time Scott comes in, we gotta if you go to his live streams, this is how you're gonna be greeted. And especially if you say Miss T with the T or Jeg sent you. Oh my God! Everybody stop what you're doing. Somebody drop the link. Everybody go to that channel right now.
I love it.
Y'all gotta link with my brother or my sister. They're outstanding supporters.
I think I'm subscribed to Scott, but I haven't been in a live.
It's good to go.
He just changed and put Scott on the front, but it used to be Old Fart Gaming.
Yeah.
Yes. So So I'm definitely subscribed. Yep. I just haven't been to the live.
Welcome
that carry gold. What's up?
Yeah. Whenever you're feeling down and you're having a bad day, go over there and they just. Hey, yeah, okay.
I love that. It's such an awesome community.
Welcome in. Thanks for the super chat.
Oh, Gwee's making it rain. Wait a minute. You ain't lying, sis.
For your super chats.
Okay, I need something.
He putting in for his dinner, so whenever you get down here, when you hear me down here,
you can make those on Canva.
Make what?
The little commercial or breakthrough for whenever somebody gives a super chat.
Okay, I need to do something. I'm so far behind. I'm ahead of the game, but I'm behind the game. It's definitely time to holler at Fiverr.
Miss Kirkland, how you doing?
No cream, just coffee and butter.
No, I put a little cream in mine just for flavor because I like the Irish cream, but I just put like a drop.
Straight black and butter. That's the military part of me. Black and butter.
Yeah, that black coffee. Oh yeah,
if you get a sorry sergeant that comes in before you, instead of him making fresh coffee, he takes the mold off the coffee and throw it in the trash and then start heating it up. And then when we come in, first thing we do is look in the trash to see whether there's any mold in the trash. If there's mold in the trash, all the coffee get thrown out.
Oh my goodness. Military life.
Hey.
Hey, girl, what I eat? We're gonna see you in a minute. Let's bushes.
She coming with that stainless steel frying pan.
No. Actually not. But I'm gonna find you some chicken. I'm gonna find you some chicken growing what I eat. Since spaghetti's not a meal. Do you think spaghetti's a meal, Stae?
Yes,
spaghetti's a meal. I know I have friends who always either fry fish or chicken with their spaghetti, but I just do spaghetti and maybe a
say it again. Say it again.
I mean, I can eat it myself, but I've had fish and spaghetti before.
That's right.
I mean, and it's not bad. I've done it, but normally if I'm just cooking it, for Wallace and I, it's just spaghetti and a little side salad. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Miss Kirkland.
Okay.
Get that man some fish with that spaghetti.
Yeah, I've done that. And my friend Vonda, she always does fish with her spaghetti, and then some people do fried chicken with the spaghetti, and it's fine. But I just eat me a nice old bowl, and I eat my spaghetti in a bowl too.
My daughter, she has to have like garlic bread and a salad, and I'm like, man,
I do garlic bread too. But Trish says, "Stae Hall, did you see my message about your community post?" No, I saw a lot of people commenting, but I don't know if I saw yours or not, Trish. But I think I responded to you. But yeah, it's Women's History Month. I wanted to celebrate us. I've been doing so many Women's History Month events and speaking, and I'm like, I gotta celebrate my Women's History YouTube family.
And you see, Women's History Month has to do with that honey slanger month.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I see where you're going.
Man, I offered to make growing what I eat a pot of spaghetti. He said, there ain't no meal. I want a 20-piece of chicken. I said, oh, you want a
oh my gosh. Spaghetti is a side dish.
Spaghetti is a meal. That ain't spaghetti if it ain't a meal. Okay. Okay, you read that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Spaghetti is the most requested meal over here too.
Yeah, now that is one thing that all my grandkids will eat. I can't miss with spaghetti or chicken strips. Everybody will eat that because they are some picky little kids.
Well, you never heard of fish and spaghetti? My mom used to make that because it'd be like fish Fridays, and we have like perch or something in spaghetti. I don't like catfish, so I didn't partake on those days.
You know what you're missing, boy.
Texas. It's hard to find anything other than catfish in Texas. I didn't like it. We grew up where you weren't supposed to eat catfish because it's bottom feeders or whatever. Mm-hmm. I grew up on whiting and perch, but I've acquired.
You know what? Every fish in that water is a bottom eater, a bottom feeder. Mm-hmm. Every fish in the water.
Really? Yeah, I ain't know.
If there's something dead in there, another fish is gonna eat it.
Ugh. Oh. But yeah, I guess that's just animals in general, huh?
Right.
Okay. Yes, fish and spaghetti.
So do y'all put sugar in your spaghetti? Look, I'm opening up a whole nother can.
Just a pinch. Just a pinch.
Okay.
That's due for the acid in the tomatoes.
Exactly. Yeah, I do just a pinch, but not enough to make it taste sweet though.
Right.
DCB's, the fish is separate. You fry the fish and then the spaghetti. They're not in there with the spaghetti.
It's like a side dish, both on the plate. Well, guess what? My youngest son is going to be 22 tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? My baby is 22. How did that happen? I'm only 22, but my oldest is like 33. So
you said how that happened? You ain't figured that one out yet?
Mm-mm. Nope.
But hey, he got that honey slinger month. Hey, he good.
Man, I was just talking to my daughter. She's about to be 18. I'm like, you fully legal. Like, I got an adult.
I know. Oh, Amanda said it's not spaghetti if you don't put at least a dash of sugar. Yeah.
Right. You got to put a dash of sugar in it.
With spaghetti. Now, I love crab meat. I've never tried. Now, I have had like, not spaghetti, but like the seafood pasta, but it's usually with a white sauce.
Right.
Bashketti, like call it.
Y'all sound like Stace know how to cook.
Oh yeah, I cook like every day. I love to cook. I love to cook. Now I did bad when we first got back from Hawaii. It kind of took me a week or so to
You,
get back into it.
you hear that, Wallace? She loved to cook, but she burnt the bacon.
I did. I did. I got to get my timing better for trying to cook while I'm live. I think he's in there on a meeting on a Zoom call. I can hear him talking. Yes, it cuts the bitterness. Yes, it makes it smooth. Absolutely.
Right.
See, Miss Shirley, no. Don't knock it till you tried it, y'all.
Riaz is old enough to be your son. Happy birthday to your son from Just Kidding.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so quick. I'm like, oh my gosh, 22. I mean, and I just can't get over the youngest one. It's like, how is my baby 22? That's crazy.
Rice and beans. I'm gonna say no as well on that
Just
one.
a dash for that too. Like it's like just like you put a little salt in some things that are really sweet, just to kind of balance it out. And you don't really taste the salt or the sugar. It just makes it more palatable.
Right.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Soil sister. So we got twin kids. Happy
So,
birthday.
sister, I know that's a boy. I know that's a boy.
Lord have mercy. I love rice and beans.
Always.
I love rice in general. So what all do you have going on today, Miss Stae Hall?
Well, I have a couple of one-on-one executive coaching clients today. And then, of course, I have my live at 7, but most of my day will be filled up with one-on-one coaching sessions. So the good thing about days like that, I don't have to leave the house because they're all going to be Zoom. The way I set up my coaching clients is if you're local, we do every other. So Zoom and then in person, we go back and forth. So just coaching today, and then maybe a little bit of editing because I have a video that'll drop tomorrow because I started this Blvd yesterday. So I'm going to do some content videos on my Blvd journal. And that's the thing too for content creators. If you have anything going on in your life that you are okay with sharing, and you've like been researching it on YouTube or whatever, create your own content. I've been seeing those Blvd videos. They are blowing up. And a couple of the content creators that were taking like Blvd, Ozempic, those kind of things, Oprah Winfrey had invited them and had them on her show, and she found them on YouTube. So if you have stuff going on, just create some content about it, and that'll help with your numbers. But yeah, that's what I got going on today. What about you, Miss T?
I got a couple hours. I'm about to eat real quick before my daughter gets home. She has her prom dress, which is the end of April. No, yeah, 420 is. Look, they have prom on 420, but
oh, wow. It's gonna be lit.
I know, right? I was like, out of all the days, 420. So we gotta get that altered. We come back here the 9th. So then, as soon as I get back from the Soil family, we got to get hair and nails and all that kind of stuff together, and then find a way to get to Texas.
I know. I hope you are able to make it. But if not, I'll be in Savannah. And I am thinking about doing an event here in Dallas, Fort Worth and I'm not trying to discriminate, but y'all already know my whole thing is about people of a certain age. So I think I want to do some kind of event for content creators 40 and over. What do y'all think about that? Just a meet and greet for us more seasoned and old, because I think that our community is like very small. And I think it's good to be able to see like, okay, I'm not the only 50-year-old woman out here vlogging myself going to brunch. So I'm thinking about doing something like that for 2025.
That would have been fun when I was in school. 420.
Miss Hall, Country Hustle said, did you say your husband was a CPA?
No, he's not a CPA. He was in banking for years. He was a VP at a bank for years, but he's not a CPA. We have a really good CPA though. Oh, I see young Riaz. I'm 22 years old. Okay, I just now saw that. Yep, he could be my child.
Okay. Did anybody drop Andel's link so we can go over there? We got 3 minutes.
Oh.
I don't know what I want to eat. I want pasta.
We keep talking about the spaghetti.
I'm gonna give Miss Andel a little bit of time, and I'm gonna have to run. I got to go to Lowe's and get me some more wood and continue building my bee house.
Oh, okay. You always out there in that yard? That's what's up. I want like a chicken Alfredo, but I want like all the peppers in it and stuff like that. Delicious. But I'm trying to save my coins because I'm gonna be eating out for like 7-8 days next week. So
I know you're going to be there for a while. Yeah.
okay.
And like I said, that's what happened to me. I love to cook, but we went to Hawaii and ate out every day. So then when I came home, I felt like I was still supposed to be eating out. So it took me a good week to get into cooking again. Oh, Amanda said today for dinner is fried cabbage, carrot, stuffed pork chops, potato salad, and sweet. Girl, that's Sunday dinner.
Okay. Homemade cornbread is the best.
Just don't burn it.
As long as you don't burn it.
Hey, Miss Kirk.
We are doing some salmon and
how you doing?
Spinach souffle for dinner today.
Oh, while we're talking about traveling and stuff, so me and my daughter, when we travel, when we go out to eat, we get two separate things. Like we find two different things that we like on the menu. Okay, you get this, you get that, and then we'll try both of them. Do you and Wallace do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we do it all the time, and we do it whether or not Wallace agrees to it.
Ooh.
Whenever he get, I'm eating some of it, whether he wants some of mine or not.
Okay.
But yeah, rarely do we get the same thing. Yeah, rarely. We always do that.
Okay. I hate when we both want to get the same thing. She can't find nothing else. I'm like, there's nothing else that you want to try. We're going to end up eating the same thing.
That doesn't happen to us very often. But what has happened before is we'll order two different things, and I don't like what I ordered at all. So I'll just switch plates. I don't like this. So you got he'll be looking at me like, what? Well, I like mine. Well,
I don't like to share my food. You got to share. Sharing is caring.
We shared, but after a certain while, you just stop sharing because you eat what I don't want, and I don't like that. And hey, that's how
I just stopped asking altogether. I'm like, okay, so you got 3 strips. Let me go ahead and get one of those, please and thank you.
Right. Right. No, that's how I am too. Amanda said, I love cooking as well. I cook meals I love to cook. I do. I love trying different things. And then I really have gotten into soups and sauces lately. I love making different kind of sauces and different kind of soups.
Some au jus.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. One, I ordered a salad and tried to eat my plate. That was one and only date. Wow.
That is
because they want some of your salad.
Nikki, we are so alike. That is so funny. We have just been finding out every day since I've been going live. We are so similar. So many things. I can't wait to come to Maryland and go to lunch or brunch with you. We're going to have a good time.
Maryland. I would love to go up there too.
Soup, salad, and sauce.
One of my kids is getting ready to move there, so I know I'll be there because I lived in Virginia Beach for years, so I love that area.
Nikki, I know that's the food you love. I'm going to give you a pause anyway.
Look, it's Big Rooster in here. We're down to 50 now. That good? We're down to 50. He's like, 60.
And Andale is on. I just got my alert for Andale.
Yeah, I just got a notice too. She's on.
Oh. So
yeah, I'm not going to be able to jump in, but I might for a couple of minutes. Yeah, I got about 20 minutes. Well, Andale don't stay on long anyway.
You sure don't.
Yeah,
so that's
she's 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah, she be in and out. So yeah, soup and salad, and that unlimited soup and salad at what's that place called? Olive Garden. $10. You can't beat it with a stick.
So thank you, Stae Hall, for coming in. I've emailed Chocolate Drop and Carol the Girl Miniatures. They're gonna come on the show one day and make a get a man meal. So
okay, you can't get no man with no miniature meal. But we shall
Carol,
see. I mean,
she got men over there at 3 a.m. working on her car for some bacon and eggs. So I just want to see what's so special about her bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
She said her name is Stae Hall.
You too. And I'm gonna try to remember to look up some of those grant finding websites and get them over to you as well. Because there's money out there. And y'all look up CDFIs for finance too. CDFI. It's an alternative way of funding other than your traditional bank. So where banks might need years of bank statements or tax returns, CDFIs work with small businesses and can get you funding. I forgot to mention that.
What's your topic tonight? And then we're out. Yeah, for real. We're down to the 40s.
I don't remember what my topic is tonight. I'm sorry. I have a whole list, but I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember.
Well, thank you again for coming on, girl. It's okay. I'm about to say hi to Aunt Dale and go find food.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. It's been so much fun. I appreciate it.
Loved y'all. Beautiful day. Be blessed.
All right. Love you right now, day 3. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. You too, girl. Bye, everybody. See y'all.